In one day, he lost his children, his wealth, and his health, and still didn't turn his back on God. This is the story of a faith tested by fire, a story that asks the hardest questions about suffering and devotion. Meet Job. He was a good man, a family man, who was incredibly blessed by every conceivable measure. His life was a portrait of prosperity and joy, set against sun-drenched fields and a bustling estate. He was a pillar of his community, renowned for his integrity and righteousness. Job walked through his days with a smiling face and a grateful heart, surrounded by his large, happy family. More than his material wealth, he cherished his relationship with God, living a life of complete and unwavering devotion. He was, by all accounts, a man who had everything and thanked God for it every single day. But in a single moment, like a flash of lightning tearing through a clear sky, everything changed. The serene world Job had built came crashing down around him. News of disaster came like a relentless tidal wave, each report more devastating than the last. Messengers, breathless and panicked, brought word that his vast wealth had vanished, his livestock stolen or destroyed, and his servants lost. And then the final, unthinkable blow was delivered. His beloved children, all 10 of them, were gone, lost in a sudden tragedy. In the face of this unimaginable grief, a pain that would shatter any ordinary person, Job tore his robe, fell to his knees in the dust, and said, "The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised." Just when it seemed his suffering could not possibly deepen, it did. His own body turned against him, erupting in painful sores from the soles of his feet to the crown of his head. He was left to sit in ashes, a broken man scraping his afflicted skin in misery. His own wife, her heart broken by their shared loss and horrified by his condition, approached him with an expression of pity and utter frustration. She cried out, "Are you still holding on to your faith? Just curse God and die." It was a plea born of despair, a desire to end his profound agony. But through his pain, Job's conviction held firm. He looked at her and replied, "You speak as a foolish woman. Should we accept only good from God and not trouble?" His 3 friends then arrived to comfort him. For 7 days and 7 nights they sat with him in complete silence, so overwhelmed by the sheer scale of his suffering that words failed them. When they finally spoke, however, their words felt not like comfort but like stones. They insisted that such immense tragedy could only be a punishment for some hidden sin. They searched for a simple reason to explain his complex pain, believing that righteousness is always rewarded and wickedness is always punished. But Job knew it wasn't that simple. He wrestled with their accusations, he questioned God's silence, and he cried out in confusion from the depths of his soul. But even in his anguish, he never cursed God. Finally, having exhausted all other recourse, Job took his case directly to God, demanding to understand why this was happening to him. And from within a mighty whirlwind, God answered. He did not offer Job simple explanations for his suffering or reasons for his loss. Instead, God responded with a powerful, poetic reminder of his infinite wisdom and sovereign power, showcasing the vastness of creation and the mysteries that lie beyond human understanding. Humbled by this divine encounter, Job found peace not in getting the answers he thought he wanted, but in a renewed and deepened faith in God's ultimate goodness. And in the end, his life was restored beyond measure. He received twice the wealth he had before. He was blessed with a new family. And he lived a long, full life, his faith forged and proven in the hottest of fires. Job's story isn't about finding easy answers to the question of why we suffer. It asks about the profound strength required to hold on to faith when everything and everyone is screaming at you to let go. It's a timeless reminder that even in our darkest moments, when we feel most isolated by our pain, we are not truly alone. Thanks for watching, and watch out for the next episode. Subscribe and share.